What's up guys, I just spent the last 3-4 hours making this Pixar style animation.
Come and watch the Stomp Wars global event live tomorrow in Arlington.
Wanna go?
Whoa, really?
It is all about the beat.
How do you dance like that?
It's the shoes.
Really? Do you think it's really the shoes?
Or maybe it's how much they practice.
Come on, it's late. Let's go home.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly, it might seem complicated, but it's actually extremely easy. And I'm gonna walk you through step by step on how I built it. From storyboarding to actually creating the content, using ChatGPT to help you with the ideas and the prompts, to putting everything together and editing the final product. As you guys know, I make paid ads using AI, and I also make specs and commercials. And this one photo right here sparked an entire creative process. Why don't I create a spec that showcases a dance competition and Nike? So essentially I'm doing product placement. Product placement is basically placing someone's product, a brand, inside of your ad or commercial. So I'm going to show you how I did this entire process. Again, I went from a simple selfie to then animated it and getting this to then getting the idea to create a full-blown animation. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you can take anything and build a story around it. You can animate everyone in your office. You can animate your family. You can create crazy commercials to promote your brand using simple AI. All right, so let me jump right into it. So if you aren't using Freepik already, I highly recommend it. There's going to be a link under this video. It's super easy and seamless to create anything you want. I'm going to show you really quickly how to use it. So it's node-based. Basically, you right click any section, you have text, image generator, video generator, assistant. You can upscale, you can upload your own files, documents. There's a ton that you can do. Add sound effects, voiceovers. There's just a ton you can do. From the basic point of view, you want to start with a prompt. This is where you enter in your prompt, connect your prompt to an image generator, boom. Or you can connect it to a video generator, boom. And then once you get that output, you can then connect it to something else. So you can connect it to another image generator, which will then take that first image as a reference to create the second image. And I'll show you all of this. Or you could take a video generator and connect it to another video generator. So it feeds in this original video as a reference to the second video. And this is how you're able to keep the voices the same or similar throughout multiple videos. Okay, so that's pretty much the basic. The way I like to start is with a story. You don't need to be creative. You can literally just talk to ChatGPT. Literally, what I did was I went to ChatGPT and clicked the dictate icon, which allows you to talk to ChatGPT, and it records everything that you talk and then turns it into a message. I did that and I just spoke to ChatGPT. I told it what I want to create. I said, I want to build a Pixar-style animation story where a son and his dad starts off watching TV, where there's a Stomp War episode happening or a Stomp War competition happening on TV. Some of the key things to say is at the bottom. Help me put together a storyboard or a storyline to create this and break it down by scenes and use it in as much detail as possible, because I'm going to be using your help to create prompts. The prompts are going to be generated in Freepik. I'm most likely going to be using Nano Banana 2 or Nano Banana Pro to generate images, or ChatGPT 2. And then I'm going to use Kling 3.0 or Cdance 2 to generate the videos. So be organized. So I told it exactly what my story, what I wanted my story to be, and then told it how I'm going to be producing my images and videos, and told it to be organized. I'm going to actually share this entire conversation with you guys. It's going to be under this video. If you want to read the entire conversation from start to finish, from what I've been having with ChatGPT, click that and you'll be able to read everything. I'm not going to change anything, so it's all going to be there. So basically, it just gave me a storyboard. I shared it an idea, spoke to it, gave it an idea, it created an entire storyboard with different scenes broken down into different scenes with image examples. From there, I pretty much told it, just give me the storyline breakdown by scenes. So then it just gave me the text. And the reason I do this is because I copy all of this. So I copy all of this and then I bring it into something called Milanote. Milanote is how I stay organized. Now, in the beginning, if you've never created a long form video or visual or animation or spec, I highly recommend starting off in an organized fashion. For example, currently I don't need to use this. I do everything in my brain for speed. But when I first started out, I used Milanote to stay organized. So basically, I dropped the story in its own section. And Milanote is basically, you have notes, drop notes, you can type in it, right? You can drop tables. For example, this table right here, you can drop in images. So I copy the story from ChatGPT, paste it here because I like to refer back to it. And then I go on to build out my characters. So for this example, I built out myself as the main character. Then I built out all the scenes that I want to have. If at any moment you guys want to actually watch these videos, I have them posted all over my Instagram. So just go to my Instagram and check them out. And basically, I just placed myself inside of the scenes. I generated a location, different angles of the same location, and then created some B-roll and then placed myself inside the scene, right? So that's how I created that one. And then I have a couple more examples for you. That's how I did it for this per spec. I created all the character. I did like casting. So I had different characters. I had the bag that I wanted to advertise. Then I created the outfit of the models. Then I created the locations. So this is the location I went with. And then I created the entire commercial. And then I also did it again for this one. I did a Hulk versus Optimus Prime spec where Hulk drank this soda called Robot and then transformed into Optimus Prime. And this was my location. And based on the location, I was able to create all my scenes and then cut it all together using video generation. So that's how I did it starting out. Again, I don't need to do this anymore. And this is my storyboard for what I just created. So I dropped the story in here. Then I created the characters. So these are characters, description of the character. I like to paste the prompt that breaks down that character so I can reuse it or use this prompt as the control. And I'll show you guys how to generate the actual characters as well. So I generated the dad, who's supposed to be me. This is supposed to be my son. And I generated the dance group. And then I generated the Nike sneaker, which is going to be the product. So these two right here are the brands that are doing brand placement in this video. This nonprofit organization called Stomp Wars does stomp events for kids. And then I was like, all right, let's throw a big brand in there. Nike. They stomp, they wear shoes. And that's how I was able to come up with the idea of using that. From there, we head back over to Freepik. And I'm gonna show you step by step what I did. Inside Freepik, I took all those prompts, the prompts that are in the character sheet, these prompts right here. I took all those prompts, posted it here. Oh yeah, let me show you how I got these images. So I literally just went to Google and then I searched up stomp competition and it gave me this image. And then I went to Google and I looked up newest Nike shoes. And then I saw this and I picked this shoe. So then I converted this shoe into a Pixar animated shoe. Then I converted these dancers into a Pixar character sheet with each dancer. And then I did the same for myself. This dad generate me a character sheet. This kid generate a character sheet. It sometimes takes a couple of generations. So you can see these are the generation. And I went back and forth with ChatGPT saying, hey, it didn't come out right. For example, let me just show you guys. This is what it gave me. He's too chubby and too short. Maybe make him 6, give me the prompt. He needs to be a little taller and skinnier. So I just went back and forth with ChatGPT and it gave me a new prompt. So now I take that prompt, go back to Freepik, and then enter the new prompt right here. And then it generated me this. So you might need to go back and forth with the generation model to get the one that you like. And one last thing is I like to use Nano Banana Pro for characters because it just makes characters better. I know Nano Banana 2 is there and is faster, but Nano Banana Pro I find is better for characters. Anything detailed, Nano Banana Pro. And then Nano Banana 2 is good for like placing characters into a scene. So if you need to create something from scratch, Nano Banana Pro. Nano Banana 2 is good if you already have something and you just need to modify it a bit. So then I needed to get them together. So as you guys can see, I tried a bunch of times to get the sizing right. It was giving me the incorrect sizing. So I needed to go back and forth until I got the right sizing. So this was the final output for the sizing, and this was my prompt for the sizing. Just screenshot that. And then I did the same thing for the kids. So they had on different shoes, and since I wanted this shoes, I prompted it to put those shoes on the kids. And inside of Freepik you can tag things. So I named sneaker Nike. So for example, say I was to name these kids, right? Kids 2. Then this image would be called Kids 2. And then I can reference Kids 2 in any of my future images. So as you see, I named this image Nike, and then I referenced it, put Nike shoes on all the characters. And then it gave me this. So now all the characters are wearing that exact shoes. Now, next thing you need to do is location. So I asked ChatGPT, went back and forth with ChatGPT, hey, give me all the locations that this animation will take places in. They gave me 5 locations: home, watching TV, 2 at the stadium, 3 backstage, 4 walking home, and 5 at the sneaker shop. And it gave me prompts for each of them. And again, I used Nano Banana Pro for each of these because it was detailed and I was creating something from scratch. And then I placed my character inside of each of the scenes. As simple as just linking everything up. So take the character, you drag it all the way down, and then you can link it to another image, just like that. But again, I had to get the proportions right, so I was feeding it the right image size. So I took the proportion one and then I grabbed it and then moved it all the way down and connected it to everywhere where I needed that character to be. So I connected it to the store, the walk home, backstage, as well as connected those kids. And then I also connected those kids to the stage. So then it put those kids on the stage. And from there, I generated a couple more supporting images. I wanted to be sitting while the dad and son was looking on the stage. It took me a lot of generations to get this right, kept giving me the wrong way. So again, this is just going back and forth with ChatGPT. You don't need to be amazing at describing what you want. You just tell ChatGPT what you want and it gives you the exact prompt. Then I need the scene on TV, so I generated that. One cool thing is you can use lists. So I asked ChatGPT to put this on the TV because it starts off with them watching TV. And then I tell ChatGPT, hey, I need this scene to be on TV. And then it gave me 3 prompts. So lists allow you to add multiple prompts, and then it will run all the prompts at the same time. So that's 2, 3. So it allows you to run all these prompts at the same time. ChatGPT gave me 3 different prompts to use. So I put them all there, and then it pumped out all those into something called a list container. This image was just the best one. And then I popped it out and then I animated it. And then this was the prompt over here. It's all super simple. It's just asking ChatGPT to give me the prompt. And something that's interesting in knowing is usually Kling 3.0, which is what I use to generate these videos. Usually it has multi-shot. At least in Hicksfield, it has multi-shot auto, which means you can just drop in one long prompt and then it automatically cuts to different scenes for you. I'm finding that in Freepik, it doesn't do that. You have to do it prompt by prompt. So I did a long multi-shot prompt here with different timing, 2 seconds, 2 to 5 seconds, but it didn't work. But I like this. So basically what I used was a media extractor. So if I click right, there's something called media extractor, which basically allows you to pull whatever frame you want from a video. So I can pull a section, or I can pull just a specific frame. I can extract the audio. So I did manual select and I selected the last frame. So that's how I was able to get this image. And then I popped out that image and then created my next scene. So that's how I was able to continue that scene. For one of the last scenes, I wanted to do the reveal, the sneaker reveal as the gift. So I generated an image of a family and generated a couple of prompts. So it gave me a couple of different images and I just chose the best one. That's how I was able to do this workflow. Now, what I had to do to generate the images, because I wanted multi shots, is I had to go to video generator. So if you go to Freepik and then you go to video, then go to video generator, it pops up all the images and videos that you created. And then you can literally just go one by one and drag and drop what you want to actually create a video of. Example of a multi-shot is this one. See, there was 4 shots in that one. As you guys can see, there's multi-shots. So shot 1, I did this prompt with this dialogue. Shot 2, this prompt and that dialogue. Shot 3, no dialogue. Shot 4, this prompt and this dialogue. And you can basically select the amount of seconds you want. The only thing is it uses a lot of credits. So make sure you guys have enough credits when you're doing that. And honestly, I did this entire video on, let's say, a $15 plan. Well, it's 20, I paid $20, but I still have a little bit of credit left. I have 3,800 credits left out of 20,000. So I would say I used about $15 out of the $20 that I spent already. Now, the best models are Kling 3.0 and C-Dance. C-Dance 2 is by far the best for like movements and dance, but it's expensive. So for the sake of this video, I use Kling 3.0 for all my generation. So on Kling 3.0, again, you can do scene by scene, or you can do multi-shots. And honestly, once you get all the videos, so for example, if I was to take this image, drag it and put it in the start image section, and then I pretty much add the characters. So I would add the characters, so the character sheets. So I add them and then I just prompt it. Let me delete all the scenes. So then I just prompt it and then it does what I asked it to do. And it's that simple. From there, you then take it over to an editing tool. You use CapCut or DaVinci. I use DaVinci. DaVinci is free and it's one of the best editing tools out there. But if you want like crazy effects and stuff and something that's easy to use, then use CapCut, but CapCut is not free. And then yeah, it's pretty much just editing everything together. Now this again was done in 3-4 hours, and if I wanted to enhance this way more, I would add my own sound design. I would enhance the vocals and the voices, and or create my own voices inside of 11 Labs. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys found value from this video, and this shows that you can literally create specs or commercials, do product placements for any brand out there. And it only takes an idea. If you have an idea, literally use Freepik, use Hicksfield, and then you can build out the entire thing in only a few hours. And if you want me to build you a spec or commercial or an advertisement, there's going to be a link under this video. Click that link and let's have a conversation. Now, if you found value from this video, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop me a comment. And if you want more videos just like this, then I will see you in the next video.